What's up guys, I never actually told you how I ended up in Huddersfield studying chemical engineering. Like, you feel me? This is a video I should have made a long time ago. But first we gotta go back to GCSEs. I ended high school or secondary school with a 1A star, 4 A's, 2 B's, 4 C's. It's a bit extreme, you either get an A or you get a C. I honestly only cared about the sciences, although I really hated physics, like all the comets and the Big Bang. I hated that, like that was not my cup of tea for real. I also didn't really like biology, even though that's like my highest grade in terms of marks. I didn't really have a favourite subject until year 10, which then became chemistry. I found it easy, it was enjoyable, like, you know, it kept me focused. My teacher was good looking as well, so maybe it's you know. No, okay, sorry. I've never really been a top student throughout high school. I just did the work and it was what it was. For example, throughout the whole year 11, in maths, I never got greater or lower than a C. It comes the day that counts, I get an A. I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, that's dope. I was really happy for the sciences though, because I know I put a lot of work into that. Then I went to college to study economics, French, psychology, and chemistry. Long story short, my mum's friend told me that maths opens, you know, so many doors and stuff like that. And I actually changed French for maths. Yeah. I didn't even need French in the first place. It's my first language. To be fair, I was still scared of maths. That's why I picked French instead. That was already when college had started though. Like, I did French for like 3 weeks maybe. What made me not choose maths in the first place is what I was talking about before. How can you keep getting C's and then on one day you get an A? I was like, nope, I'm trying to trick myself. I will not be tricked by myself. And it was the biggest decision. Well, it's not the biggest decision of my life, but it ended up being a decision that I now appreciate. You see what I'm saying? And it just made a lot of the things that some people here that didn't study maths were finding difficult easy for me and for the other students that also did maths at A levels. It was a blessing, is what I'm trying to say. Then I did economics for 2 months and dropped it, because we all had the option to do either 3 or 4 A levels, right? So after I swapped French for maths, I dropped economics. So my 3 levels that I carried on from the first year of college, which was in November, up until I finished college, was maths, chemistry and psychology. And I thought, oh, psychology is going to be the easiest of the 3, which it was, but it wasn't as easy as I thought, because I don't really like those subjects where it's all about memorizing and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like essay-based subjects either. Like, I could write a piece, right? One teacher marks it, I get this mark, and another teacher marks the same one, and I get another mark. And even with the same mark scheme, that's how mad it is to me. Like, I do not like that at all. Psychology was definitely the easiest of my 3 A levels, but then it was just kind of like a back and forth with maths and chemistry, like they kept swapping. But I think for year 12, the first year of college, maths was probably my hardest. And then second year, chemistry came back up a little bit, but I'd say it's a tie between the 2 overall. I'm gonna let you guys know of my A-level results in a bit. I just need to, you know, process everything in order so y'all can understand why I made some decisions. Now, how did I end up in Huddersfield University studying chemical engineering? I had no clue what kind of job I wanted to do in the future, let alone what I wanted to study at uni. And I think I actually started selecting my choices in January or something like that, which is late. And I remember talking about it with my cousin or something, and he told me about chemical engineering. He said, you should study chemical engineering since you like chemistry. Because that's all I knew. I just knew that I enjoyed chemistry and I was good at it, so it made sense to start from there. I knew nothing about chemical engineering. I'd never heard of it before. The only engineering I knew was civil engineering, but that was the first part done. So I knew what degree to get, but I didn't know what uni to get in. And I was like, which university am I gonna study in? It's funny how I'm even phrasing this, because the word which can only be used by the top students, you know, the AAA students. I wasn't a AAA student in college as well, okay? So for us, it was more like, which universities are gonna be tolerating us, you know, because those requirements were, and I knew my ability. I was like, yo, I can't get these grades, but I can get these though. So why am I gonna apply to these? You feel me? That's one thing I feel like I've always been good at. Like, I know what I can do. I'm good at gauging my strengths. I don't know if it's my strength or just my ability in general. And I was basing it off of the in-class test results I was getting throughout the year and stuff. I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get 3 A's So why would I apply to Manchester? Why would I apply to UCL or whatever, you know, stuff like that. So I was like, but I can get a BBB though. I can get a BBB. So then I was like, okay, cool. The maximum requirements that I'm gonna allow in my choices, we had 5 choices, is BBB, and then anything else is either BBB or lower. So I went on Google and I started Googling chemical engineering, and a couple of universities came up and stuff. Huddersfield came up and I was like, oh, okay. The buildings look modern, sophisticated, luxurious, exquisite. So I was like, yep, I'm definitely coming there. The buildings look nice, so I just assumed that the whole town looked nice. So that's how I ended up in Huddersfield. But anyway, Huddersfield was my top choice, BBB. And then I applied to Portsmouth as well. Bradford was one of my options. Surrey was one of my options. But the thing is, my options weren't just one degree. I only had 2 chemical engineering in there. It was Huddersfield and Bradford, and the others were petroleum engineering. So when I decided that I wanted to do chemical engineering, all of a sudden the 5 choices became 2, because I only had 2 chemical engineering choices in there. I was like, what have I done? So A-level results day comes around and I get B, C, C. I'm like, damn, I got a C in maths. Like, what is this? I feel like I deserve so much better. I've put so much effort in maths, man. Like, considering in AS I got a D in maths, I was like, yo, this ain't good enough. I need to do better. Maths was definitely the most disappointing. And then there was psychology. Like, I was like, AS and A-level psychology exams were easy. Like, I walked out thinking, A star, like, for sure. What did I get? I got C's both times. Hey, maybe I just wasn't good at psychology, you know. And then the B in chemistry was kind of a mix for me. I was like, maybe I was a little bit lucky. And at the same time, I was like, yeah, I could have gotten more marks, to be honest. Like, it wasn't that hard. So then moving day comes around and I'm moving like everybody else, you know. Keep in mind, I hadn't even gone to any open days. Like, I had no idea what the uni actually looked like face to face. The biggest challenge from college to university wasn't even academically, you know. It was more so financial management and being organized, controlling that extra freedom that you get. But from second year to final year, it's the other way. It's actually as it should be. It's more academically challenging. Oh my days, I made a huge mistake in first year. I took out an overdraft towards the beginning, but then from second year onwards, I became so much better in managing my money. So my biggest regret at uni, or one of my biggest regrets, is probably taking that overdraft, because right now I gotta pay that shit when I graduate. Let me know in the comments, let me know what your journey from college to uni has been like and stuff like that. Or if you're not even at uni yet, are you in year 13, then let me know what your process has been like and stuff like that. So yeah, I might make a video on how my uni life has been from first year to final year. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Yes sir.